TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
How can you find a reliable source of CBD products? Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit holisticwellnessboutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Happy Sunday and welcome to the Talk Show Divas. I'm Michelle Lamore. I'm your host today. I'm an entrepreneur and an actress, and I am co-hosted with these beautiful ladies to my left. My boo. My best friend. If you guys haven't been following the show, we are besties.
Yes.
Ms. Roselle, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Yes. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Talk Show Divas. My name is Roselle Pompey. I am the goddess of travel and co-founder of the Empress Mindset, which is a not-for-profit. I am super excited to be here. So I'm going to allow the diva to my left introduce herself, and this is Andrea.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Farley. I am a real estate broker, and I am also the host of Your Real Estate Tea that you can catch and tune in if you have real estate needs, questions, all of the above. You can learn about real estate.
Yes.
Real estate popping now, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it is.
busy.
It is more than popping.
Oh,
There's
okay.
so many different dynamics, so many different variables that makes it very interesting right now.
Oh, awesome.
Well, great.
Awesome.
That's
We
about
wish
5
success
hours.
on everybody's business. We're all
Amen.
entrepreneurs, and we all have different passions and different industries. We're all in different industries, but I think they all kind of connect and mesh because we're here
Yes.
as the Talk Show Divas.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You guys, if you didn't know, we are on Roku TV. If you have a Roku device, a TV in your home, you can go to TV 1061 and watch us on Roku. You can follow us on Facebook, and we all are on live right now on Facebook Live, and we also are on YouTube. If you look up TV 1061, you can find a list of channels, and our channel is the Talk Show Divas.
Yes.
So ladies, I don't know what you guys did for the past week, 2 weeks. We haven't been with each other in, I guess, 2 weeks.
Yes.
But I did a little vacationing, and so I feel like I'm a little zen. Came back so we can attack the last half of the year,
All right.
crush our goals and everything.
Yes.
And when we left last, we were talking about this is going to be our third segment in a series of our Summer Love series.
Oh, wow.
Baby. Ooh. It's not going too well for you, girl. This summer dating, I'm about to call out the troops, the matchmakers, the professionals, because it's not working for me. It's not working. But I'm staying optimistic. I'm just going to keep on, trying to meet people. Now with more people becoming vaccinated against COVID, I think people are venturing out, and now we can go out more and maybe meet people. I don't know. So I did some traveling. I went to Las Vegas on a girls trip, which was fabulous. If you are looking to go to Las Vegas right now, Las Vegas is wide open. Wide open, and I'm pretty sure a lot of cities in the country, in the U.S. and abroad, are opening their doors because traffic at the airport was bananas at Atlanta Hartsfield. So if you don't have TSA pre-check or clear, and you're trying to come through Atlanta, you need about 3 hours leeway before your flight.
Wow.
Because the lines are crazy.
Wow.
Everybody is traveling.
Everybody is traveling.
Yeah, everybody's
traveling.
outside. It's warm, it's nice, and
Beautiful.
restrictions have been lifted, so people like, hey, we free.
Just to quote everybody's using now, we outside.
We outside.
We outside.
Yeah.
So definitely, it's a great time to be in Atlanta. It's lots of things popping, lots of new businesses. I guess it's the new Mecca. Everybody is flocking to Atlanta. We want you guys to pick a new city. Maybe in South Carolina, North Carolina, Charleston. What's in North Carolina?
Charlotte.
Charlotte is a great place.
Yes.
We want you to pick Raleigh. We want you to pick a neighboring city that's not too far from your destination, and you guys start traveling there. Because we full.
Oh my goodness.
We full.
Oh my goodness.
But what I wanted to talk about, which I thought was a great topic, was because we were talking a lot about purpose and intent in the last time we were talking about love and finding someone and dating. And I wanted to talk about today about actually dating with a purpose.
Yes.
Because I find that I use dating sites, online dating sites, and you try to write your little bio or whatever. Nobody don't even read that bio. All they doing is looking at the pictures.
Right.
So what do you think is a good, like intro conversation when you meet somebody and you may have like chatted a little bit and then now it's time to exchange numbers and you're moving to, communicating maybe FaceTime or video chatting or whatever. What do you do to kind of screen people or like what is, to let them know what your intent is? Right. Do you kind of screen guys, Roselle, or no?
Well, I mean, you have to have an icebreaker.
Yes.
So it's a vibe thing. So it's an energy that you get. I know the person's not in front of you, but you can kind of feel some people's intention. And I think the best way to do it is to see if they ask for your phone number.
Yes.
So if they ask for your phone number, you know that they want to be serious. And it's not just, oh, I'm bored right now and I just want to talk to somebody. But if they ask for your phone number, okay, this person is really want to, go somewhere with this, or just to get to understand, because I feel like texting doesn't give you any insight to the person.
Absolutely
you have
not.
to talk to them, have a conversation, and then meet up. Right? So I really feel like that's the indication for me.
So you feel like it's steps, like you're chatting a little bit online, you spark an interest because of probably physicality, or you see them, you say, oh, that's an attractive person.
Right.
Yes.
I want to get to know them a little bit better. And then you guys are chatting back and forth. How long is too long to chat? Like, like chatting, like just good morning, how are you, how was your day? How long is too long?
I think once you've gone back maybe 3 or 4 times,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
too long. Like, do you
So what
want to
is
go
that
further?
about? Like a week or so, or
Not for
You
me.
know?
No.
Two-
A couple of days.
Okay.
What do you think? Is it like if you're chatting with somebody like a week? Is you think that's like
honestly, me personally, I haven't had much experience with the online dating. What my experience has been with that is I try to go on a site where nobody really knows about, right? Thinking it would provide a little bit of a different outcome. But my chatting pretty much turned into nothing. You just kind of, like you said, you can get the vibe. You can kind of, feel what this person's intent
Yes.
or what's the word we're talking? Purpose.
purpose, like dating with a purpose. Yeah.
Right. So it just didn't really go far. But I would think, like you said, yes, after a few conversations in a text, okay, yes, somebody should say, hey, what's your number?
Right.
You
Who
know?
do you think should do it? Should it be
I think
a
either
man?
one should do it.
Okay.
I'm
a little old
looking
school.
at things, right, and I used to be like that, but at least, the conversation is already happening, but I'm like, if it's not happening quick enough, somebody gotta initiate, right?
Now, I have, asked for a phone number, but it's just getting to that point where it's like, okay, when are you gonna ask? This is like dragging on.
Right.
It's COVID. I don't know what they talk about. It's COVID. We don't know when our last day is gonna be. So, if you on an app, I feel like if you on an app and you're communicating, and I think in my app it says if you're gonna text me to death, don't even swipe me. I think that's what my app on my profile says. I'm not a texter.
Yeah, some guys are like that. And I think like maybe younger
Yes.
guys, they just text. Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe that's what you have to tell them up front. No, I don't do text conversation.
At all.
You don't get to know anybody that
You're not going
way.
to build any relationship through text.
Right. So
You
I
can build
agree.
insecurities. You can build a whole lot of negative things.
Right.
You can build, like the misconstrued of what your intention or what you're trying to
Right.
say.
And what is their intention?
Yeah, what is their intention? I heard somebody said that in one of the dating groups, and we're going to talk about dating groups. I'm in a Christian single dating group.
Okay, cool.
My cousin put me in that on this girls trip, and I was like, I don't even know why you put me in here. But we're going to see. We're going to give it a chance.
Why not?
I know why she's laughing, and because she knows me, and she's thinking, why did my cousin put me in this Christian single dating group too? Because she's knowing why. Okay, but I said I don't even know why you put me in here. I'm not that conservative. I look conservative on air. That's not my life. My outside life.
Okay.
So that's why she's laughing. Because she's like, I don't know why she put her in
But
that group.
you if you're what does it say? Insanity is if you
doing
keep
the same
doing the same thing,
expecting a different result.
Exactly. So maybe you need to step out of your comfort zone and go that route.
Why did she put you in that group?
Michelle, if you're watching, put you on blast right now. Why, when we was in Las Vegas, doing Las Vegas, why would you put me in a Christian singles dating group? Just want to know. Everybody wants to know why am I in here? Because when they see me, they probably gonna be like, "Why is she in here?" But I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it conservative. But anyway, yeah, I want to know, Michelle, if you're listening, call in, message us, and tell us why you thought that I would be
Yes,
good
please,
for the
Michelle.
Christian singles dating group.
I
Okay?
think she was trying to do something different for you.
I
Step
think so,
outside
too.
of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I think so.
And
too.
just because they're Christian doesn't mean that they're, don't have some flavor.
You should see some of the posts. I'm not hating on them, but it's just, like I haven't introduced myself yet because I'm trying to figure out how to introduce myself in this group. like I got it. Yeah, it's gonna be a doozy. But anyhow, we were talking about. Let's stay focused. We're talking about dating with an intent, and what I have changed is if I'm talking to somebody and we're going on date 1, date 2, what I'm gonna ask now after like date 1 or date 2. Hey, we're having a great time. We're dating. We got a lot of similarities. We like a lot of the same things. We get along really good. What is your intention with me? Because I think that guys pretty much know. They probably put you in a little
Category.
slot, little category, a little slot, and say, okay, this is my friend. She has a lot of good resources. She's my realtor. I'm just saying, this is my friend, my realtor, my travel business owner, my travel agent. She can give me this. This is a resource person. This is, she's beautiful. She is definitely arm candy. She's great to go out with and whatever. And then this is my my boo thing.
Okay.
Right.
So I think guys do that, like where they say, okay, they're going to categorize, put us in a little slot and say, okay, this is who I'm, like dating.
Yeah.
Because I think they mainly know what they want when they first date you. I don't think it's like it takes them a long time to decide that.
I don't know. I feel like men don't really know what they want. Well, no. They know what they want. They want something physical. But anything beyond that, they don't have a clue.
I think sometimes
until they somehow you trigger something in them. But
that could be true, and I think it's different for each person. It's not like a cookie cutter formula for every man, but I think overall, like you talked about, with the purpose, dating with the purpose, you have to define purpose because everybody's purpose is different.
Yeah.
Everybody's intentions are different. And so if our purposes are not aligned with one another, then that's when we need to know very early and up front. Because if this is not your end game, your end goal, but this is mine, then I might need to put you in a category.
Dre, hold that thought right there. We got to pay some bills, but this is the way we want to let you guys know that we have some great, awesome sponsors today. We have the RSSC inaugural charity golf tournament. That's going to be at the Cotton Fields Golf Club, July 9th of 2021, 7:30 check-in. They are a great sponsor of ours. Our next sponsor is the Miss Chocolate Show, powered by TV 1061 right here in Atlanta. It's on Tuesday and Saturday nights at 6:30 through 7:30 p.m. live on Roku also. And our third sponsor for today is the Showcase Concert Edition. Exclusive beats. They do live interviews, videos, music. They're having an event on June 23rd. They're on Roku TV, TV 1061. That's our station here. And it's sponsored by the Atlanta Miss Chocolate and Hollywood Boom. They're having a great showcase concert on June 23rd. So you guys be sure to check that out. So we paid our bills today, but we're still not completely paid up. You guys, look, we take all support in any form, but the main way that you can help support us is hashtag TV 1061 to Cash App. This show doesn't go on by itself. We definitely appreciate any support, and you can definitely help us by Cash App and direct to $TV 1061. We'll see you right back in a few minutes.
Hi, my name is Dynasty. Welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your event live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your talk show, sitcom, showcase, and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers, show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are very exciting times we live in. Traditional TV is all but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is now on the Roku platform with a viewership of 46 million and counting. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and streaming your own show or movie, or coming in as a sponsor or an advertiser, please send your contact information with a short description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi.
Welcome back to our Sunday edition of the Talk Show Divas. We were just wrapping up our third segment in our Summer Love series. We're talking about dating in a pandemic, dating with a purpose. And I also wanted to chat a little bit, ladies. First, let's let you finish your last thought. What were we talking about?
Oh, about the purpose.
Yes,
I
dating
don't know.
with a
I
purpose.
was kind of like, I don't know what I was saying, but
we were talking about aligning.
I'll try
that
to
we
pick
need
it
to
up.
have our purposes aligned.
Just finding someone who has that same end goal as you, because you know the goal is based upon what your purpose is. Are you just wanting to date? Are you just wanting to do X, Y, and Z? You know, am I investing my time in something that is not going to pan out for me? You know what I'm saying?
So that
am I just doing a time
that
filler?
That made me just think about something. What if right off the bat, this gentleman asks you, so are you interested in marriage? How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess I would let him know if that is my desire and my interest, then I would answer the question accordingly. If I'm not interested in him, then I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it could be, yes, my intent is to eventually marry.
Right.
That's why I'm dating. Or,
Absolutely.
But I'm still looking for the right person.
Absolutely.
You know, just
but I think we got to put ourselves in the position to be found. You know, like you said, doing something different.
Yes.
You're on that site. You never know how it might turn out.
I'm gonna put you in that
might turn out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in, and then we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Yes, I have not introduced myself in the Christian singles dating group yet, because I gotta get to that space.
Yes. All right.
But I
all
did.
good.
But I took that from my cousin. I was like, okay, this is something different. Okay, it is totally different than I would do.
Right.
Okay, but there are so many other different dating groups that are out there. If you go on Facebook, which we're on, if you go on Facebook and you just put in dating groups, you can get in any type of dating group, dating groups that like big trucks or whatever, whatever that your interest is in. There are definitely places that you can go to meet people.
Right.
I think that's a great idea.
I actually met a couple while traveling, and they told me they met, and they were older. They said they met on Facebook on a dating. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, okay.
It works.
It works, huh?
Right.
It's working for somebody.
Well, if you have something in common and, in a group, you kind of feel a little safe because they kind of sort of vet you.
Yeah.
And you can talk to each other and have that common ground.
And you're
a
talking
hobby.
about dating groups?
Yes.
Dating groups.
Okay.
So, because what you were saying is like if you like gardening and there's
or
special...
like travel. It's dating groups that like people don't like to travel by themselves. I'm not saying that you should select somebody just to go travel with them. You know what I'm saying? But there are dating groups where if you're a single traveler, you can meet other single travelers. Like if they say, "Oh, I'm going to Belize right here during this time. Are you going to be there at the same time?" Okay, maybe
we'll connect in Belize.
We connect in Belize or whatever. So I think that's amazing that you can find and be attracted to somebody, and then you're at this beautiful destination and be like, "Hey, hi, Facebook friend." But definitely we want to make sure that any type of dating that you do, whether it's online, in person, that you stay safe.
Yes.
Safety is
number one.
the key.
Yes.
One of my cousins here in Atlanta said that she was recently walking or exercising in her neighborhood and was followed by 2 men.
Oh, no.
Her next post, Keita, was she was strapped. Because she said, no.
Right.
So we want you guys to maintain safety.
Right.
Yes.
A lot of things are happening in Atlanta. A lot of car break-ins, a lot of crime. I don't know, crime is on the rise. Shootings.
Drive-by shootings.
Drive-by shootings. All types of things are happening. So we want you to remain safe while you're dating. Definitely vet the people that you're dating. Screen them before you agree to give them your number or meet you.
Yes.
Because people can search you and look you up.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to be very thin. Because I think that like people say, well, I want to come pick you up. I'm like,
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Back in the day, that was romantic and nice.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that was so romantic. Right now, that makes my skin crawl when you say, you don't know that person, and you say, hey, I want to come pick you up. No, I don't want you to know where I live.
Right.
Number one. Number two, no, I'll meet you, and it'd be broad daylight. Not daylight, but somewhere safe.
Right.
But yeah, it's just the time. The time we're living in. That might have been chivalrous.
Yeah.
So you talk about group dating, and I think about another aspect that could be considered group dating is maybe don't go by yourself on a date. Go with a friend.
Right.
Do a double date or a triple date.
Right.
Exactly.
And I think that also may open up your eyes to some other things as well.
Because you got other eyes
because
looking
you
at
have
them.
other eyes looking
somebody
at who
can
this
see
joker
who he
is.
is.
And they can provide a little insight on whoever it is you entertaining.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Go bowling or something, like some activity
Bowling.
like bowling or go some
I like to
taco.
eat, so
Taco Tuesday meat or something, Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap up our series, and I want to talk about something that we get bombarded with in the media. It's spicy lingerie, and we want to talk about keeping it spicy, how us women are kind of bombarded right now in the summer season by Savage Fenty. Savage Fenty. Rihanna, we love you, girl, but them ass is all over all our stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely hitting her target.
She is.
She's definitely scaling her business to be astronomical, which we love.
Yeah.
Yes.
But do you feel like pressure when you see, I feel like, why do we got to buy all this new?
That's interesting because I do see a lot of, people who are social media famous.
Yes.
And they are advertising her brand.
Yes.
And they're, full on commercials, wearing the whole gear.
Yeah.
So I do see that a whole lot.
So do you think it's like, okay, we're in a pandemic. Most of you are not going out dating. So we see these influencers who are wearing this beautiful lingerie.
Right.
Are we really buying that, or what? Like, what's going on? Because I've looked at the Savage Fenty, and I'm like, okay, well, one day I'm going to order some, but I just haven't made the purchase. I wear the makeup, but I just haven't, went over to that side.
I think obviously there's a market because she is a billionaire, right?
Correct.
So there is a need. Well, people create it as a need because what else am I going to do? I'm in the house. I got to come up with something creative.
Okay.
And so some people buy it because they love it.
They might be video chatting. They boot things.
They might be. And, and they just like it. And, some people say if you want to be confident, wear something nice underneath your clothes. Like,
makes you feel good.
It's a good foundation.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine and we're brainstorming about different types of business. And I was like, I know it might be TMI, but having a solid, good underwear, I think, is every woman's
a good bra.
Yes. So,
little matching set.
Little matching set.
Yeah. You feel better. You feel better, and you put it on.
I
you
agree.
feel better. You feel more confident, and maybe nobody else sees this, but it's an internal thing.
You see yourself when you be checking yourself. You be like, yes, girl, that little number is cute right there. So it just helps you, I guess, kind of, late when you get ready to
feel good.
So, makes you feel good.
But thinking about spicing things up in your relationship or in dating, some of the things too is it doesn't necessarily have to be physical. It could be something where you all go and do a different activity. Cooking.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Cooking.
we talked about that. I think that's so sexy.
Yes. You and your date go and just cook. And maybe you can, if you know each other very well, you can cook in each other's home and do like an elaborate meal. Like we were talking about earlier, lobster, lamb chops. Just cook something sexy meal.
Oh, yeah.
Candle lights and just do it that way.
Right.
That
I
is
think just
sexy.
doing different things, not having the same thing. Almost like it's a competition, not in a negative way,
But a great competition.
right?
Yes, to impress
Not
each
like,
other.
oh, I'm competing to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, ooh, what's the next thing I can do to let her know that she's on my mind, he's on my mind.
Right.
Nice.
I want to do something exciting and fun that he or she likes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't know. I like things too, like dancing. I think that's not
Salsa
a typical
dancing.
thing that you do.
Yeah.
Finding out what the person that you're with likes.
Yes.
What do they like? Yeah.
I heard a lot of guys that I talk with or chat with, they say that they have taken a great interest in hiking here in Atlanta because of COVID. Great way to exercise, get out. And, I've been asked on, to go on a hiking date. I don't know what the heck I'm going to wear. Try to be cute and stay cool.
Right.
But I think that's a fabulous way, to get to know somebody because you're going to be hiking, a couple miles. You better be done worked out before. That's why I'm thinking I better stay in the gym this week. So I can make it up and down the mountain.
You go
But
up
yeah,
a
but I
stone
don't you think
mountain.
that's cute? Like a nice date. To
Absolutely.
Be able to hike and see in Georgia where we live, it's beautiful lakes, beautiful areas to hike. Definitely, we have so many mountaintops and peaks and things that we can travel
There's one
to.
that's not too far from. What is the name of that?
Pike or I don't know. Kennesaw Mountain. I went hiking there. Stone
Can't think of the
Mountain.
name of
There's
it.
over on the.
Are you talking about a mountain, Blue Ridge?
Blue Ridge?
No.
it's not a mountain. It's
It's a
more
little
like
hiking spot. We'll find it.
They have a lot of lakes. It's
Yeah.
beautiful out there. I'll figure it out.
Is it near Augusta?
No,
it's
it's near.
here.
It's in like the
Atlanta
Lithia
metro
Springs,
area.
Douglas area.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't
Yeah.
remember. Okay. But yeah,
But it's really nice.
There's a lot of things to do, especially
Yeah.
outdoors with the weather that we have
Right.
here. It gets hot. But like you said, like, what am I going to wear? Do I have, because sometimes sneakers might not work. You might need some hiking
No,
boots.
you need like when I went hiking, you need hiking boots because. My little girl took a tumble with the dog down at the end of the hiking. We had got all the way down the mountain and then they start running and they tumbled. So I was like,
Okay.
that's it. Hiking boots for everybody. Poles, whatever the hiking gear that we need all of it. But it's a great way to get out. Oh, guys, you know what? We got to take a break. But before we go, let's mention our wonderful sponsors again, because we do have 3 of them. We are going to have, with the RSSC inaugural, means this is the first inaugural charity golf tournament at the Cotton Fields Golf Club on July 9th, 2021. It's sponsored by the RSSC Foundation and the Jaguars, I believe. Yes, it's going to be on July 9th, 2021, 7:30 check-in registration. We'll have this information up on our website. You'll be able to click on it and get the information that you need so that you can register for that. Secondly, we have the Miss Chocolate Show. It's powered by us here at TV 1061, and the host is Miss Chocolate. It's on Tuesdays and Saturdays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's live on Roku and on TV 1061. And finally, on June 23rd, free entry. I didn't mention that before, but it's free entry to the Showcase Concert Edition. Guys, we might need to check that out. It's going to be the Showcase. Going to have a lot of artists, live interviews, video and music placement on Roku TV. It's going to be at the Ice Bar on 5456 West Fayetteville Road in Atlanta on June 23rd. Free entry, and that show starts at 9 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't hesitate to help us out by donating to TV 1061. We have a Cash App, and that's the $ TV 1061. We'll be right back after this short break.
My name is Dynasty. Welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your event live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your talk show, sitcom, showcase, and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers, show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are very exciting times we live in. Traditional TV is all but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is now on the Roku platform with a viewership of 46 million and counting. Roku is an industry leader on internet TV. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and streaming your own show or movie, or coming in as a sponsor or an advertiser, please send your contact information with a short description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michael Cowell, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Welcome back, and happy Sunday. We are the Talk Show Divas. Let me tell you, we wouldn't be anything without our executive producer, Felix Washington, and our social media support, Shantae Barksdale. So we want to definitely give a shout out to Felix and Shantae for making this show possible each and every time that we are joined together on this show. Okay? What we're going to move forward to, we just wrapped up our Summer Love series. I hope I find some Summer Love. It's hard.
You need to find Forever Love.
I don't know if I want that.
Yes.
I just gained freedom not too long ago, so I don't know if I want that yet.
Okay.
So, but I would just like to have a nice person, you know, not have to date multiple people, a nice person that I could be like, okay, share things with, go places, date, whatever. But, you know, I'm about to get to where I'm finna hire a matchmaker, and I know one personally.
Okay.
So
cool.
that's where I'm about to go.
I think that's the best route.
I think that's a good route.
I think that's going to be a good route for me. Okay, I don't know about you ladies. You guys keep plugging along. Stay on Black Christian Singles. Christian Mingle, Bumble, Hinge, whatever y'all on, y'all stay on there, okay? But I think I'm going to have to hire somebody to help me out. I think I'm getting to that point, okay? But we're going to move on with other topics of today. And it's a lot of things going on. Since the last time we were together. What I want to talk about, because I think it's important for our culture, is Naomi Osaka. I want to talk about her. Just say her name right now, because we want to definitely champion her on this show. Because she took a stand a couple weeks ago. She withdrew from the French Open, citing mental stress. Basically, because of the rigorous press conferences that are mandated to her and other athletes that play in the French Open. And so she made history as what is she? Not a very young woman. How old is she? About like
23?
23 years old. Same age as my oldest daughter. And she made history by saying, no, I'm not going to let this mental anguish, that's what I want to call it, that they put her under, all the questioning, being hard on it, like criticizing. They're very critical, the press is, at the French Open. And she said, no, I'm not having that. I'm here as an athlete to perform, to play this game, this sport that is my passion, this sport that I am employed in, and I should not be held to go through this scrutiny afterwards or prior to a game. So the French Open attacked her after that, came back and said, we're going to fine you $15,000 for not showing up to your press conference. And not only we're going to do that, we're not going to say, hey, we want to change anything. They didn't say, let's look at the mental health of our athletes. Let's look at the stress and the scrutiny that they're under and what we do to them in these press conferences. Let's look at it. No, they said, we want our point. We want our endorsements. We want our press. Our press yields viewers, and that yields us our money for this French Open. And that's what they did. They fined her, and then they went off on her. They did her so wrong. And and I was just, at first I was so proud of her as a young woman, standing up, taking a stand and say, look, my mental health is just like my health. If she was injured, sprained her ankle, French Open wouldn't have said nothing to her. They would have said, oh, Naomi Osaka, the reigning whatever, all her titles, they would have listed every
She's
title.
number 2 in the world.
Number 2 in the world. Our beloved champion of our sport. This wonderful athlete, she's injured. We're going to give her a pass. I guarantee you, they wouldn't have badgered her or anything. If she would have been physically injured and could not come to that press conference, she would have not had a fine. But because she cited mental injury.
Which brings up a very, 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 and I'm going to say very again, important point. If they can't see the injury or the harm, it doesn't exist. And that's the problem with mental health. And people are just thinking you're an athlete, that they own you, that we pay your salary, you need to perform, and we can treat you however way we want to treat you. So for her to do what she did has sparked and opened up avenues, conversations with people who are part of the press, talking about their own mental health and crisis that is going on. Everybody has been dealing with something, especially this past year. You mean to tell me they couldn't sit there and say, okay, let's address this. This is an athlete that is obviously clearly in pain, that something's going on, and we need to support her. That organization should be shamed, and people should boycott. I'm serious. Need to boycott the French Open. All the players should say, we're standing behind her, because a lot of players came out and athletes said, I'm going to support.
Serena came out and said, Serena says, I have a thick skin. See, Serena is cold.
She's a different type of.
She has carried this sport for black women in tennis on her back, and we really need to give her flowers right now because Serena fights for every injustice that happens like it is for all of us. You understand what I'm saying? Because when she says something and when they do her so wrong when she's playing and they're so judgmental and they do so many things during the game, off the court, on the court, she has to battle all the time. She says, and when she spoke to people, she says, I have a thick skin. Other people are not thick like I am. But she definitely supports Naomi. A lot of other athletes that are in the sport, I think, who was it?
Venus also spoke up
Venus
too.
did. It was Martina Navratilova spoke. Lots of people. I think Will Smith sent her a beautiful message and said we're behind her. Like, we are totally supportive of her. This antiquated, here I go, I'm finna hop on my, y'all know I'm finna go there. This antiquated plantation mentality that they have for black athletes, that you got to do what Massa say, when Massa say do it, it needs to end now. And that's what it really boils down to. What's that football player? I always quote him. I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. He did a whole press conference and all he said, because they made him do the same thing that they did to Naomi. They were like, you got to come to this press conference. If you don't come to this press conference, you're going to get a fine. And so every question he looked at, he said, I'm just here so I won't get fined. They said, well, what do you think about such and such, such? I'm just here so I won't get fined. Well, what do you think about such and such? I'm just here so I won't get fined. That is one of my favorite quotes. When I want to be like, I'm done with y'all. I'm just here.
Yeah, that's how you handle it.
Yeah, so I think it's just, I think it's that mentality about ownership. These teams and these organizations that think they own black bodies. I'm gonna put it right here. They think they own black bodies, and that they can tell you what to do because you signed that contract, you getting these endorsements, you getting this pay. But they can tell you when to jump, how high. You better sit right here, talk to whoever, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And she called it. She called it.
Yeah. Right. But she also shined a light on mental health.
Yes.
And has this conversation going where this is spreading like wildfire. People are coming out and saying, hey, I'm dealing with it too.
Right.
Yes.
And we need to acknowledge the fact that if someone says I have a mental health issue, you need to take a couple of steps back and say, okay, what is it that we need to do to fix this? How can we help? Just like how you would, like you said earlier, a physical injury. You would bring in the doctors. You would take them to the hospital.
Oh, it would have been
you would have a physical
press.
You would get a physical therapist. So you need to do the same things when it comes to the mental, because that's a mental game as well as a physical game.
The mind is everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not to quote the scripture, but another variation of it is where the mind goes, the man follows.
Yes.
So if your mind is not in a space that is healthy, that is strong, that is all those things that it needs to be for you to compete in whatever it is that you're engaged with, then it will affect everything else. She took a stand in order for her to be strong and be equipped to compete and be the best at what she's doing.
And
so far, what she's doing has been working for her, as you can see.
It has been, but she says it's been a toll on her. She says it's been a mental toll to do the press. She says she doesn't like it. She's an introvert. It harms her to do press.
Right. So you shouldn't be penalized for being an introvert and not being, you know, a person who can handle the press.
Yeah.
You know, you're there to do what you're skilled and blessed with doing.
Yes. But you know, that's another point. What's the press responsibility? Because they are there,
but like
asking hard questions like they just played.
Right.
They probably have never picked up a racket.
But again, it all boils down to that, what you say?
What I said.
That point.
Boils down to that point, that plantation mentality. You have all of these field players that are on these fields, gracing your fields. We are dominating on the tennis courts. We dominate in football. We dominate in every sport in the world. color people, people of color. We are the ones that are the players, okay? So it comes down to that mentality that someone or organization owns you.
Right, you're affecting their money.
Exactly.
So now they're gonna put the fine on you.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, little girl, you better line up with what we want you to do. But like I said, it's like mental health the light has been shining on it. And you know, we can't deny what everybody has experienced, but of course people will try to make you believe that whatever is existing or whatever is going on may not be an issue.
Right.
You
And
know,
minimize your hurt.
because if it's dealing with money, they will minimize it however it needs to be minimized to get the money.
Exactly. And who I was quoting when I was saying, I'm just here so I won't get fined, that's one of my favorite
I love him
quotes.
too.
That is Marshawn Lynch.
Yes.
And he did that. It was in the Super Bowl interview in January of 2015. That stood out to me. And I'm not saying that I'm just the biggest Super Bowl or any type of football fan, but when he was on that stage and he said that really brought in that whole thing that we've been discussing. Look, guys, we got to take a break and pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short break. Thank you.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village.
Welcome back. We're the Talk Show Divas. Happy Sunday to everyone out there. I am joined with my beautiful co-hosts. We've been just chatting it up. Right now we are on current events, and I want to bring and shed some light on this doozy of one right now. Georgia School Board. Take a moment. Let me just read this because I couldn't even believe it. The Georgia Board of Education asserts America is not racist. Will limit discussions about race.
Pause right there.
Let's just pause because I feel like in Georgia, because of Stacey Abrams and because of the monumental movement that we push forward in, I feel that the other party is doing everything they can to take us back. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
When a board of education, which has millions of dollars, there are millions of students here in Georgia, and they got power. But when they take a stance, and they could be talking about millions of other things, like how poor our scores are, how poor some of the counties that that these students go to school in who don't have basic resources. They could be using their time and resources wisely to advocate for things that I do. I'm a member of the Georgia PTA. I'm a district officer here in Cobb County with South Cobb Council. So I talk to legislators about what schools that affect in our community, what schools need. Right now, they need food. They need internet access. They need buildings, laptops, technology. It's so many kids that live in rural areas that don't have internet. They didn't really go to school for the whole school year last year. They were remote children, but couldn't even go to school. So it's so many other things that the school board, Georgia school board, could be focusing on, but they chose to say, look, you guys talking about that the U.S. is inherently racist and that the U.S. was built upon the backs of slaves. We want to minimize that conversation. We don't want to say the U.S. is racist. We don't want to say that in the school system. We don't want to say that here in Georgia. So we're going to minimize the talk and minimize the conversations.
Well, let's take a step back. Governor Kemp,
yes,
made the recommendation
Yeah.
that the school board take out critical race theory out of school, and this is widespread throughout the whole nation.
Yes.
School districts, counties, states are talking about this critical race theory, and they want to take it out because they feel that it's putting shame on white people. Here's my thought, okay? If you, I'm a historian. I'm an amateur historian. I love history. I believe that if you don't know your past, you can't predict the future. And second thing is, if you forget about the past, you are liable to repeat it again. So it's not about saying so much, the discussion shouldn't be about racist or racism. The discussion should talk about facts,
Right.
okay? Not whitewashed,
Yep.
not, okay? It should be facts. Slavery did exist,
Yep.
okay? And there was, yes, they want to say, but we're not based on systematic racism. Yes, because in the Constitution, you considered a man from Africa or
Less.
a woman of Africa 3/5. All because you wanted to get more power in Congress, to get more representation. So to say you want to eliminate that discussion you're going to do massive disharm to the future generation. But this brings me back to parents, teach your children. Do not rely on these school districts to teach your children. Don't
Right.
rely on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, any social media out there to teach your children. You need to do it. And it was done in my household. More than 60% of the stuff that I know, I did not learn in the classroom.
Correct. I'm going to
goes.
give the definition of critical race theory so we can kind of just, if people don't know what we're talking about and what's going on, what the debate is about. Critical race theory has been around for more than 4 decades and presents the concept that racism is a social construct and that it is not merely the product of individual bias or prejudice, but also something embedded in legal systems and policies. The definition is the problem. That's why they're upset.
Yes.
The definition. The definition is the problem because it says in a nutshell that, yes, individuals can be treated racially, can be treated negatively because of their race. That exists. But it goes on and further and says that government and legal systems have racial inequality embedded in them.
Yes.
And that's what our country was started on.
Right.
That is fact. We're not going to let y'all whitewash everything. Okay? That's fact. When you go walk on cobblestones in any city in America, slaves built those streets in Charleston, in Savannah, in anywhere that you want to go that they brought slaves first to this country. We built everything from the cobblestone streets to the churches to every
White
building.
House.
The White House, everything. We're not going to let you do that and say that the country was not built on racism and the country was not built on segregation and the country was not built on the backs of slaves.
Right.
That's what that whole definition is.
No, there's got to be a better way. We have to figure out a way, because that went through 11 to 2.
Exactly.
So we need to find out who those 11 individuals were who voted for that resolution.
We're going to put it on the page.
Okay? and contact them and ask them to explain their rationale. And what are they going to put in place?
Right.
You know, you're taking it away. What are you going to put in place? Is it going to be any better?
But why you're taking it away? You know,
because they say that it makes, I'm assuming, white American children feel bad,
uncomfortable,
and
guilty.
But
you
isn't
know,
that's just so, you know,
but
it
you
just
can
goes
feel that
along with everything else that happens. Not to shift the subject, but when certain narcotics and drugs were in the streets in certain communities that affected certain people, well, it wasn't an issue until it got to
white America.
Another group of people, white America. Now it's an illness. And you know, the reason that you could just so casually try to erase history or erase facts, erase identities.
Exactly.
A whole segment of the population.
You know, if you can erase that, how do you know who you are?
Exactly.
How do you grow and become to who you were rightfully made to be? You know,
we didn't erase nothing. We didn't erase anything when they forced Christopher Columbus down our throat for our whole
but I think
education.
And at the same time, it's like when you can deny something or try to act like it doesn't exist, that's when the thing can destroy you.
Yes.
Right. It comes back because guess what? Over in Germany, the Germans are learning about Holocaust.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, but they're not walking home crying about, oh my God, I feel the guilt of what happened in the late 1930s and the 1940s with Hitler, Hitler's Germany. It's to keep people aware of what happened, to understand that this cannot happen again.
Right.
So when you erase that, you're saying we don't care.
Yeah.
I was going to say another word, but I'm not going to go there.
Well, I have a lot of educators as friends, young educators, and they are in an uproar about this right now because they have been very vocal at letting their students know what the reality is. What the reality is, young black children and young brown children have to look at us being murdered on TV every day. White America doesn't deal with that at the same percentage. Don't even hear about it.
It's not even a
They don't
fraction.
see it. They don't see police killing young people, police killing all these black and brown people. They don't experience that. What about that trauma? So you guys want to pacify white America and say, hey, look, or the conservatives and say, hey, look, we're gonna dampen down this talk about what really happened.
Right. Let's not talk about the negatives. Let's
not
focus on
talk
the
about
positive.
the negative. We're gonna talk about it in a neutral way as to not make people feel guilty.
Well, you know, this is another thing too.
Is a
As a mother, right? Yeah. So you know what I found that was very interesting? That they were going to fine the schools that if they went against this resolution, they would not be fined. I'm sorry, they wouldn't get funds from the state.
Same thing. It's like, hey, look, we taking back over. Look, Georgia is fire hot mad right now. Conservatives in Georgia are pulling for straws to try to gain any type of control. And they said, look, what we can do, we're going to try to control the narrative of our youngest affected people, because in the short years, these people are going to be voting, and we want to make sure that they can vote conservatively as opposed to voting for a liberal or for Democrats.
I mean,
so
that's not an indication. You should give children fair facts on education.
But if you take out the facts,
they will make up their own
now
decision.
You have a person you can control.
Exactly.
So now you can get the outcome that you want to get every time.
That's what
because now you're not equipped with the knowledge. You know, mom and daddy, most of them in neighborhoods ain't gonna have time to be educating little Johnny on his lineage, where he comes from, who his people are, and were. A lot of them don't do that.
Wow.
So now you are depending solely on a system and institution to do that, and now they want to erase it,
yes,
wash it out. It's already been washed out. So
exactly,
now it's going to be invisible.
Wait, it's going to be, exactly, because before in the history books, it was this much talking about slavery. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't talk about, and you got a handful of prominent African Americans.
Yeah, and it doesn't even tell the full story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's just like, we just have to figure out a better way,
right,
on which to tackle this, and we got to go straight to the source.
Exactly.
Kemp got to go, and all those who voted for this resolution have to go as well.
Right, right. Wow.
Make them pay that's why we have to pay attention to local government.
Right, absolutely.
Well, ladies,
so much
that's been a fabulous show. We ended on a hot topic, and we'll be coming back with that topic probably again in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, let's go ahead and acknowledge our sponsors one last time. We have a great charity golf tournament coming up here in Atlanta. It's going to be on July 9th. It's going to start 7:30. It's going to be the check-in and the registration. This golf tournament is sponsored by the RSSC Foundation and the Jaguars. This is an inaugural charity golf tournament. It's going to be at the Cotton Fields Golf Club on July 9th, 2021. $75 per person, $300 per four-person team. We should get a team together. Go golf, right? Our information will be on our website. You'll be able to see it on our Facebook page. The next sponsor that we have is the Miss Chocolate Show. It's powered by us here at TV 1061. Her show is on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, live on Roku TV. You guys be sure to check out the Miss Chocolate Show. And finally, on June 23rd, it's a free showcase concert edition, sponsored by Roku TV and the Atlanta Miss Chocolate and Hollywood Boom. They present this showcase. It's going to start at 9 p.m. at the Ice Bar on 5456 West Fayetteville Road in Atlanta. It's going to be June 23rd, free entry. You guys be sure to check this out. All of this information will be on our website and our TV 1061 on YouTube. Follow us on Roku. We're live on Facebook every other Sunday with this show. And as always, we want to give a shout out to Felix. Can you hear me back there? To our illustrious executive producer Felix Washington and Shantae Barksdale, who is our social media help, and we'll be back with you guys, I guess.
Yes.
In a couple of Sundays. So you guys enjoy your Sunday. Take care, be safe, and see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.